Hello everybody, it's VG Time back again with another deck profile. And this time we are looking at the Skill-ess Goku leader, also known as Bonds of Friendship Son Goku. This guy right here is a very powerful leader and has seen a lot of resurgence recently. I just wanted to show you my simple build of it that you could take to your locals and have a pretty good amount of success with, as long as you're willing to put the work into learning the various interactions of the cards. Because of how much text are on some of these cards and how interactive it is, it could get pretty long for this video. So I'm gonna actually skip a lot of that, and hopefully you guys don't look at me bad for that. If you just want to see the whole deck list laid out, you know what all the cards do, you can just go to the end of the video and you'll see it laid out, because as I go along I'm going to be putting it in order. And if you just want to hear why I made my choices, you could stick along for the ride. So the Goku leader has a couple of things going for it. First thing is that if you happen to have a Skill-ess battle card in the drop area, it awakens at 6. And when it awakens, you untap 2, which is very strong if you're playing an aggro style deck. It also has activate main once per turn. We get to draw a card off of revealing a 4-star ball. On the back side, if you reveal that 4-star ball, you get to draw 2, discard 1, and then you get to combo. When you combo your first Skill-ess battle card for the turn, it gets plus 5k combo power, that card that is. And just real quick on the front side, when you draw the card with the 4-star ball, he becomes a 15k, which means he could threaten awakened leaders. So, of course, we're going to talk about the 4-star ball next. This card right here, I played 4 copies of it. You could play up to 7, but I think 4 is the right number. It gives plus 5k battle power to a card. So usually you typically use it to defend your life total early on, and then to go in on other cards later in the game. If the card that is given battle power to is a Skill-ess battle card, that card gets plus 10k battle power instead of plus 5k. Then to make sure that you see that card, besides just playing it for, we played 4 copies of Son Goku The Adventure Begins. A staple in this deck, it allows you to search out the ball either from the deck or the drop area, and that means you get to do really cool interactions with, like I said, defending your life total and getting back the same exact ball and drawing cards and all that good stuff. This card also has the ability to play Skill-ess battle cards from the deck or the drop area with cost 3 or less by paying 2. Next up, we play Bonds of Friendship Android 8. This card is extremely powerful. When you play it, you can search the top 7 for a Skill-ess battle card. But that you don't really care about. What you really care about is the second auto, which says, if a Son Goku childhood leaves the battle area at all, doesn't matter how it leaves the battle area, you get to KO one of your opponent's battle cards. And that's not a once per turn auto. So if you have a bunch of them out there and they all go at the same time, you get to pop that many cards. Anniversary box gave us this Unison. This Unison right here has 3 abilities on it, all which are relevant at every point in the game. That's the reason why this card is pretty nuts. You can play it on turn 1, you can play it on turn 9, and it will always be good. So the first ability is a +1 that gives 5k to itself, as well as all your Skill-ess battle cards. -1 allows you to pull 2 1-drop Skill-ess from your deck or drop area to play. And a -2 allows you to shuffle them back in, 2 of them back in from the drop area to draw a card. The next card it gave us, I think is actually absurd, and the reason why the deck is even viable now, which is Bonds of Son Goku and Android 8 Bonds of Battle. It has a permanent that allows you to combo with this card as well as any Skill-ess battle cards in rest mode. And when you play it, you get to take a life and play 2 1-drop Skill-ess battle cards from your deck or drop area. So helps you self-awaken, helps you trigger your Android 8 ability, because this is also a Son Goku childhood besides just this, because you don't really want to use this to trigger its effect, but something like this you can use. But the main card you're going to be using to trigger 8's effect and this card right here helps out with it, is of course 4 copies of Son Goku. As you can see, it has a lot of text on it. No, I'm just kidding. But basically, you can search that out with this card, or this card to put it into play. And if it gets removed or you combo it or whatever, you get to trigger 8's effect to be able to pop something. Now for Self-Awakening, I'm running another Son Goku Childhood, which is Son Goku Bursting with Energy. This guy right here is like a mini Digging Deep and is good against Unisons. Basically, when it swings for the first time, if it is not attacking the leader, you get to take a life and restand it, and it gets plus 10k. So you want to swing at something else and then swing at a leader, or swing twice at a Unison, or however you want to do it. If you have an Android 8 out, it does not benefit your opponent to remove this before they remove the Android 8. So sometimes this card stays on the field more than one turn, unlike other Self-Awakeners. Now to continue with the Skill-ess support, we run 2 copies of Ganos. He's sort of the Goku of his universe, which is Universe 4. And then we play 3 copies of Universe 4 Symbol. This card right here does, for 1 energy, does basically, well no it doesn't. So what it does is, it allows you to play 2 110k Skill-ess from either the drop area or your warp. So it helps you to recover from removal. For 1 energy, you just get to build a board again, and that's pretty powerful. For Draft Box 5, we have this SR right here, which just Goku, if you have 2 110ks out, you can pay double red to put him into play. And he has an auto that -20 is a battle card ignoring barrier. He himself is a 20k crit attacker, so that's pretty strong too. Because of the 1-drop Son Goku The Adventure Begins, we could play 3-drop Skill-ess cards for 2 energy. So we go with Ox King. You can also go with Zarbon and whatever other cards you want to do that fits the criteria. There's no color requirement, but I'm just going with Ox King to keep as much red in the deck as possible. Then lastly, for the Skill-ess support, we run 2 copies of Ganos Bird of Prey. This card right here has deflex, so you don't have to really worry about Trunks. You do have to worry about Frieza, so if you're playing against green, it could be a problem. Double Strike 30k with an auto that allows you to negate an attack that your opponent is doing by minus to him 15. Then has Activate Main that is not once per turn, where you get to warp 2 Skill-ess battle cards in your drop area to restand them. So you could, if you sequence things properly, you can get a lot of attacks out of this guy and close out the game. We have 2 copies of Hidden Power E Supreme Kai. This allows you to make basically any of these cards a threat. Because of the amount of cards you accrue in hand, you could like swing with any of the vanillas, or even like this guy or the leader, and then combo a bunch of combo power and go with this and just win the game. You could of course run Champa if you want, but the main thing to remember is that if you're going in on a Skill-ess battle card, you want to use your 4-star balls before you use this. So you use your 4-star balls, give all that plus power, and then use this and give it double strength. For a super combo, we play Master Roshi Strict Instructor. This is a personal preference choice. You could choose this or the Trunks. I just personally like Roshi because he doesn't require me to be good. It just works when I'm at 4. 4 copies of Power Burst. This right here is our Sparking Negate. But the main reason why we play it is because this card gets back to Goku as well as the Android 8 if they ever get removed from the table respectively. And then lastly, for my SCR, I play 1 copy of Beyond Darkness Demagra. This card right here is very easy to play because of how much black we do run in the deck. So you get to, on turn 5, if you don't have a Ganos, or if you're playing against certain matchups, play this guy down, rip your opponent's hands apart, and if they don't have a negate for them, most likely outright win the game right there. So that's it for this deck profile. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to experiment with the cards in the deck. Like you could get rid of like, you know, some of the deeper red stuff and add other colors to the deck, like yellow. If you go with yellow, you get access to, and of course talking about you still running the Kid Goku stuff, but if you go yellow, you have access to I'm the World Champion, which is even more card draw. You also get access to Nimbus, which helps you against aggro matchups and things like that. Yeah, so just play around with it. So yeah, just play around with it and see what you gotta get. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and check out other videos on the channel. This is VG Time, signing out.